thank you for your word. That's why I had to make sure that people truly, when you say you are my healer, you are my blesser, you are my provider. That's why God has got everything that we are praying for. But what makes people not to receive, others, they are given one gift, others are given 2, others are given 5. According to your capacity. God will not give you something that is beyond your capacity. But what is the common denominator? All of us, we have a chance. Now today the Lord says, because you have a chance, you must get into another dimension. It means your level of operation is not the same. Some of you, you'll experience name calling because they'll be looking for the prophetess of last year and they won't find her because she's at another level. And for my level to operate successfully and fully, it means I must change the circle of my influence. It's definitely that people are not at my level who shouldn't be hanging around me because of the level that I'm getting to. But if I'm the level carrier and I'm not aware, I am going to waste precious time on people that are at another level and you are at another level. You are operating at a spiritual dimension. They don't even see it. Now you keep on explaining yourself because the dimensions are not the same. Same with relationships. Please tell neighbor, if you don't hear from me, you are one of the people I've changed my circles. Because I'm getting into another level. And nobody will stop me. I'm getting into another level. Tell neighbor, I have just realized that all of us, we have a chance. But what makes things not to happen, it's the level of operation. Some are spiritual, some are carnal. Tell them, do not ever forget this animal. It's giving you a prophetic picture of what is happening this year in your life, if you get what I am saying. So where the giraffe is standing, there are all types of animals, including us, because the foundation is the same. That's where the chance and the common denominator for all of us. Where we are standing, tell neighbor, we are affected by the same force of gravity, same external factors, same issues of life, same socioeconomic problems, but the giraffe, the difference is it's got the longest neck and the longest legs. It is the only one that eats at its level. It sees things that other things don't see. So it can't talk to the people on the ground when it's there. What the giraffe sees, the lion can't see. It's at another level. I'm not going to waste time with people who are not at my level. So that they catch the speed. Because you have to set yourself a goal. You have a chance. You have a chance. All of them are standing on solid ground. But it's got a competitive advantage. The longest legs, the longest neck. It sees where others don't see. Why would a giraffe speak to a tortoise? It doesn't see what the giraffe sees. The giraffe is at the level where it is. But the base is the same. Opportunity. You can cry and blame everybody and feel pity and say whatever you want, but we all have a chance. When it stands with other animals, the giraffe sees what other animals don't see. Because because it is at another level. And as it operates at another level, very rarely will you find a giraffe going down. It feeds at its level. Tell neighbor, tell me when again. Who feeds your mind? Who's your friend? Who's your circle of influence? Whom are you hanging around with? What language are you speaking? Which places are you going? You feed at your level. Show me your friend. I'll tell you how far you will go. I've got no time for tortoises in my life. That's why success is a must. It's not an option. No, you can't succeed if you don't understand the level where you are. You have to operate at the level. You can't reduce your music for people who don't want to follow you. They must be left behind. If God takes it to another level, Mabasal, this is how we do it. This is what you know. Move with them. Even in your personal, tell neighbor, levels. They comply or they remain behind. We are moving. Now, the level of spirituality needs maturity. That's why Jesus had disciples. But there were times he got into his level alone. At some point, he had to ask his disciples, can you please leave me? Go and find me something to eat. Not that he was hungry. He wanted to relate at his level spiritually. They were worried that he should eat. It's not that it's wrong, but because they didn't understand the level and the dimension that he was operating, they want things to be normal. No change. No innovation. No value add. No creativity. Tell Mganako, the only thing that has changed in your life is 2023. Mara, you are in 2022. This is not the year to miss out on opportunities. It's a year of miraculous. Now, you can't remain in a place that is not edifying you. You can't relate to people that are not expanding you. You cannot, under no circumstances, compromise your level. If my level is spiritual and yours is carnal, I am going to engage at a dimension of spirituality, and you get lost because you don't understand the level. That's why it's not important how people look, who they are, how intelligent they are. Our personality comes from our level. And your personality can destroy the opportunities that God has if you don't understand at what level must you operate. The personality can stop everything. Because if you don't take yourself serious, opportunities will come. Now, there are people who know who they are. There are certain attributes they're looking for. We cannot perpetually hide behind Christianity because God is at a spiritual dimension. So there are things that you know. I'm moving at another dimension. Father, we thank you for your word. Bless it, Lord. Help us to move with the move. Let us not be left behind. Because where he's taking us, it's only you who can stop yourself. Thank you. So there it is. My background will never determine how far we'll go. It all depends on my capacity. We are getting out of doing church more. But this year, tell neighbor, we are going to do life and reality. There's a difference. Doing church Christian, praying, hey, when you want something, turn around, send up 7 times, you'll get it. It's not true. Doing real life, you're going to roll up your sleeve. You're going to get out there and get what you want. But you can't do it if you're not sure of your level. Some of our personalities have ruined opportunities. 2022, if you are not teachable, you are rigid, you are narrow-minded. Do you hear what I'm saying? That there's no way the giraffe can engage with the rabbit, because the rabbit does not see what the giraffe sees. There's no way they can even speak the same language. The giraffe, it feeds at the top of the root of the tree. The rabbit can feed on anything because it's too much. There's a crowd there. But the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. That's how you know you will make it or not. Success is predictable. You can know the outcome of 2023 just by the 3 weeks and what you have been busy with. What are you feeding on, at which level, with who? There are people who feed on financial mail. There are people who feed on reading books. There are people who have high levels of discipline. There are people whose friends are the Word of God. Now there are those who still want the validation of others. Will it make sense for the giraffe to get an opinion from a rabbit if the rabbit does not see what the giraffe is seeing? Some of you are still waiting for men's approval, but they don't have the picture that you have. And they're holding you, they're delaying you. This is your prophetic picture for your business, for your finances, for your calling. You are operating at another level, and there's no incommunity of property when God starts operating. Now you can't leave the other chap. They must get their heartbeat. Where is she spiritually, mentally, physically? Otherwise, this year, it will be another year of missed opportunity. Please tell your neighbor, I'm preaching to the wrong people. This is not the year to lose opportunities. And you must make sure that your character, your personality, does not spoil the opportunities that God is going to create because you are rigid. You cannot write and read the book that you wrote. You'll be narrow-minded. Go out there and get those who challenge you. But you stick to what we know. This is how we do it. Now God will show you new strategies. You're moving. This is how we are. It doesn't work like that. I can't write a book and read it. I read other people's books so that I can be knowledgeable. I can get rid of being naive. Amen. Not only that, I will be narrow-minded. You see, when you're dealing with people in your families right in the house, people who don't want change, people who don't want to be corrected, people who don't want opinions. What they are and who they are, that's who they are. Now that personality is the one that locks opportunities. You could be married by now. You could be making it. You could be having a business, whatsoever thing. But you'll testify. Sometimes my personality is a barrier. I want to get out of my corner and operate at another level. So if you don't find what you know, I have changed. I am more spiritual because I want to get into another dimension that requires change. Jesus Christ was working with people, And all of them had different characters. Now, when you work with people, they get to a point of trying to tell you how you should do things. They told Jesus that he's hungry. Then he says, if you say I'm hungry for food, go and get me food then. Because their only fulfillment was external, a nice house, a nice workplace, nice money. They don't know that there's another level of hunger and fulfillment of the Lord himself. Of Jesus Christ himself. And there's no man that can fill that vacuum. Change a job, change a church, change career, change dress, change every external factor. But the issue is the hunger and the fulfillment that comes from God. Now Jesus says, if you think I'm hungry, buy me food. Because the classification of physical hunger, they did not understand that he's not hungry. Yes, he has not eaten, but that's not the reason. He is at another level where every other thing that we fight and push and shove for, he does not want it. Look at the levels of operation in your relationships. Some of you are in places where you know it's toxic. But because you don't want to operate at your level, you are reducing yourself. And it's not helping you. You are unfair to you. When you know the dimension that God has put you at and where God is taking you, you can't compromise your level. Because we must define our criteria. Yes.
John chapter 4, verse 32. But he said to them, I have food to eat, of which you do not know. Mm-hmm. Verse 33. Therefore the disciples said to one another, has anyone brought him anything to eat?
Yeah, that's the disciples.
Yes.
Barry, if he's saying, I have another special food, maybe we went too long. As we went, probably somebody gave him food. They are not at the same level of understanding. He is not talking about physical. I'm not talking about a physical relationship with intimacy and all these things. I'm talking about somebody who knows my heartbeat in and out. Because the content is more important than the container. I am not looking for a cute face, a yellow bone, a green face. I'm looking for reliability. I'm looking for respect. I'm looking for loyalty. Then I can say I have a man. But it depends what you are looking for. Yes.
John chapter 4, verse 34. Jesus said to them, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work.
Yes. So there is another fulfillment, Pastor, beyond the X5. Beyond the house in Eagle Canyon. Beyond the R1 million. Beyond the graduation gown. To do the will. Now, you can't do the will of your Father when you find yourself in compromised standards, engulfed with frustration. You can't do the will of the Father. Set a bar. Tomorrow, I'll be the first one to get into my workplace. 6:30, I'll be there. I'm setting a standard for today. While others are still thinking in the bus how to lie about a puncher. Hey! Setting a standard. I I will never be under pressure. I am going to respect time. Tell neighbor. Setting a standard. I'm going to respect people's time. Meaning it was the last time you become late for meetings. Last time you promise people things you can't do. Tell neighbor, I'm a new me. Setting a bar. If I'm not going to do something, I will tell you. I am not going to be narrow-minded. I will work with anyone. I will learn from anyone. I'm not going to be stubborn. I am going to be cautious of my character. I'm going to be cautious of my personality, because that personality can ruin God's opportunity.
Good day, viewers. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us. The message today is talking about going to the new dimension. As we said last week that you've got a chance to be anything that you want to be. Today, God says He's taking you to another dimension, meaning your thinking, your conduct, your behavior should change. We have to operate at another level. So we hope that you get blessed with this message, moving into a new dimension. Thank you.